basically I wanted to talk about the Dynamite a little bit, just basically, and WWE as far as like injuries and stuff like this. So there's been I just had to make a note. So, like on Dynamite, Darby Allin gets thrown into the rope. It was a botch. He lands on his fucking neck on the rope. It looked horrible. Looked like he could have died. In that same match, you had Sting. He did a reverse DDT off of the fucking thing. I don't know. He has a death wish on his way out the door. He thinks it'll be fun. I don't know if people are pitching this shit to him. He does a scorpion death drop off a stage through two shitty tables to Hobbs of all the guys. Like not Takeshita, like the more skinny, limber guy who could probably, you do it to the big, heavy, giant, jacked guy who's going to thud to the ground. So Hobbs lands on his neck, almost dies. Sting lands on his back, is thankfully okay, doesn't die. Just fucked, man. And you guys want to talk about quitting jobs? To this day, I feel like Sting, maybe, did he break his collarbone? I don't know. When Seth hit him with, I think that was just his way out of WWE, I feel like. Because I think technically he still has a Legends deal with WWE. Sting does. They just don't put him in shit because he's with AEW. But you guys will see once he's out of AEW again, I promise you'll see after his quote last match, you will see him. When's Revolution also? Hey, how about Sting will be at WrestleMania 40 just standing in the rafters, or just come out and do a little promo, hit someone with a bat. I promise, maybe not at 40, but Sting won't ever go away. Anyways, because it's same with Flair. He has a Legends deal with WWE still. That doesn't go. They never terminated that, so he could work with AEW. But anyways, so the injuries. So I don't know. That just all looked awful. The Bucks came back looking like Spy versus Spy. No one gave a fuck about that. That was, hey guys, for the Bucks' return. Where's the fucking Price is Wrong here, dude? Like, I mean, and apparently Sting wants to work with them. Good for Sting. And then you had WWE and NXT. They did the Ilya Dragunov fake neck break thing, and then you had the week after, you had Vinci got drop kicked by Kofi, and then they stopped the match, concussion protocol or whatever, and he was really starched. He's okay. And then we had the Austin Theory on SmackDown here in the Carmelo Hayes. They had a match where, for some reason, I don't know why the fuck Theory's doing this shit. I don't know why the fuck they're doing this stupid shit on the main roster. I fucking will criticize this if it's AEW. I'm going to criticize it here on WWE. I don't know why the fuck they're doing, let me do a springboard. When this whole match, I was like, this is a fucking AEW tryout match. Theory does a springboard, sit on the rope. How do I explain this? So Melo's sitting on the top rope, going to dive on Theory. Theory does an athletic run, Superman, Spider-Man leap up the rope, but then sit on the rope with his thighs catching Spanish Fly. You guys are probably like, what?
Nope.
What? Like, what the fuck am I even talking about exactly? So, in RVD, he does like the split-legged moonsault. Va-boom. So imagine that, but instead of like split leg around the turnbuckle, he split legs on, he sits to get the recoil off of the top rope on the left-hand side, on the left rope, like across from the hard cam, while Melo's sitting in the corner. Do you know what I mean? And then he catches him in like the Uranagi rock bottom position and then does the moonsault into the Spanish Fly. So he and Hayes, so Theory lands on the top of his fucking head and Hayes lands on the back of his neck. They end the match. And apparently both guys just had facial lacerations. Thank God they're both okay and not dead. Right? And then at an NXT house show, Cora Jade got hurt again after she just returned. Now, I'm not saying that this happens a lot too. We're seeing with these girls in NXT, they get hurt right when they come back. Dakota Kai, maybe that's the only one and I'm just stupid, but I think Tegan Knox as well that happened to. Yeah, so maybe I'm not making that up. So Cora Jade, though, she just came back. She's making waves, dime to dime. Everyone's talking about her. She broke up with Braun Breaker. She's in the news. And then we got she hurts herself at an NXT live show. Now, she put a little gif out that is this lady going, I laugh to keep from crying. So I don't think she's severely hurt, or we would have heard about it, but I think she's just going to be out for a long ass time again, which fucking sucks. I hope all of these people get better, do better, be safer. But let me, so I saw a tweet out there where someone's like, yeah, people ain't ready for this conversation that AEW has less injuries than WWE. Their injury list is random. So I hate these conversations, but here's the thing. So we're going to talk about the injuries a bit. When WWE, there's an injury that occurs, if someone sprains an ankle, they give them fucking time off if they feel like they need it, 100%. So yes, that injury list is longer. But furthermore, it isn't as bad as AEW. In AEW, the injury list, like Brian's out there, MJF is talking about he's got to take a bunch of painkillers to do the main event. He's got a torn shoulder and all this shit. You got fucking, whether that's him working or not, whatever. You're saying he's taking a bunch of painkillers. Painkillers kill people, bro. You shouldn't be saying that shit. You're the top babyface. So I'm inclined to believe that's real. You have Brian working with a fucking hurt orbital, and he keeps wearing the eye patch. Yeah, it's probably healed up, but he did break it. He did hurt it, crack it, whatever the fuck it was. He hurt his orbital, and then he's also got a broken arm, which we know for a fact is. So he's out there working with both of those injuries. You have all these people working with injuries, flipping off ladders, having their legs fucking spun around. In WWE, they stop the matches immediately. We've seen Rick Knox multiple times in AEW where people get knocked out for shoot, and then they're forced to finish the match. In WWE, it's the complete opposite. So, again, people playing that game, you're fucking dummies. That's why PWT is here. That's why Phil Marks is here for you. Okay? I am here for you to let you know that it's okay. Okay? But you're wrong. And it's a lot safer, and this is why. They get dropped on their head. They end the match. Lance Archer gets dropped on his head. They finish the match with a roll-up. Fucking, now, was that badass when Stone Cold did that with Owen Hart? Yeah, but we learn from those moments. We don't compare to those moments. We learn. So dude gets shoot KO'd with a drop kick. The match ends. Mello and Theory get dropped on their necks and heads. Awesome. We want to see that match again. It's not awesome, but like, you guys know what I'm saying. Excuse me. We want to see that match again now. They both look strong, but they're both fucking stupid. And I will criticize WWE for that. They don't need to do that. Hayes and fucking Austin Theory don't need to do that shit to get over with how good they both are. Period.